Being a man is not easy, never has been, especially in today's society when men are shunned upon for just being themselves and displaying masculine traits. This of course acted as a deterrent and drew an increasing gap between men and men who acts like boys. Today I will give you 4 masculine things that define a man to know if you are a true man, or still a boy. And hopefully, if you are still a boy, you will implement these things in your life ASAP. There is no shame in growth after all. Let's see them together. 1. His words hold meaning. A man, his word, and his actions always go together and create the foundation of that beautiful thing called coherence. A man that stays true to his words and follows up with action after he spoke those words is a man that can be trusted and worthy of admiration, since his word means something, is packed full of meaning. Too many people these days say something, but they don't really mean it, think it, or do it. Their words are light like the wind, they're empty, lack any intention, and you could even not bother listening to them. A man's words instead have weight to them. You can't ignore them, because if you do so you will regret it. You wish you'd paid attention to words that really meant something later on the road, words with a purpose, meant to teach, warn, or affirm important stuff. Words that are dear to your ears, that will help you in the greatest of ways while at the same time hurting you, if you just happen to listen. Now I don't want to make this too poetic, but a real man's words you really can't enough of, since they are true, and few things are still true in this world. That is why they must be held in high regard. 2. They work towards something greater. Have you ever heard of a true man that stood still for all the duration of his life? Because I haven't, and even if I did I probably won't be remembering him. And by stood still I mean that he always played it safe and didn't bother put all of his being in something he believed in. Another example of masculine things that define a man is his willingness to act. A true man has a chief aim in his sights at all times and spends most of his life trying to achieve whatever that aim, that purpose is. It's a symbiotic relationship, the one between a true man and his purpose. They give life to each other, as it should be. It's a burning flame that can either incinerate said man or fill him up with endless passion and newfound willpower. And it's exactly this risk that the man takes at all times while trying to realize his ambition that defines him as a true man. 3. He's unafraid to be himself. Another entry on our masculine things list of what defines a man is that too many men these days live in constant fear caused by their unwillingness to show their true colors, fearing others, men usually, but women too, judgment, cowering at the thought of being discarded by his group of friends or even society because his personality does not align with his peers. And let me tell you, this self-sabotaging paranoia is the death of what could have been a true man. Because while a boy does the unthinkable to prove others that he can be a good fit in their group while often using self-damaging methods, i.e. becoming the clown of the group, faking some if not all aspects of his personality, etc., a true man instead has no use for this trickery. The reason being that he's comfortable in his own skin and he's proud of who he is and has no need for masquerades and bonds forged by the urgency and convenience spurred by the fear of being left alone or cut off. Keep in mind that this behavior can be adapted by women as well. A true man embodies his principles and his values during the span of his life and shows them through his personality, whether people accept them or not. The true man is not fazed one bit because this is who he is and is not afraid, unlike the boy, to beat his chest and radiate that special aura that tells others that what they're seeing is his genuine self. In fewer words, a true man is authentic and proud of all he is. 4. Is simply strong. This might be the most important point of them all. I've already stated in the past the importance of strength for a man. This testosterone-based energy is pivotal in the development of said man, so that's exactly why it has to be on this list of masculine things. After all, strength is very manly. It's at the base of what it means to be a true man. And the reason is simple: a weak man is still a boy at his core. A true man is not only physically strong and fit, mental strength is another important side that factors in, and that can't be ignored. Strength is the essence that fuels a man's growth until the day that he dies. A man who lacks strength is powerless and can be effortlessly swayed around by life and people who seek to take advantage of him. A man without strength cannot possibly have within him those amazing qualities that we've discussed previously, because strength acts as a glue that holds it all together. Without it, they'll surely crumble. Now, physical strength is the precursor of mental strength. and every respectable man should be able to exert whatever amount of strength needed to protect those dear to him, destroy his enemies and maintain an honorable existence. Thing is, not every man is naturally born strong, and it's okay. We're a work in progress after all, and we need to learn things along the way, but that does not mean that just a few men can become strong, no. The potential to strength lies deep within every single man. No exception made. It's the duty of a man to make the best out of that divine potential that has been bestowed upon him and sharpen it so good things can come forth out of it, and to not waste it. If you're a man, or damn, a lady too, and want to truly take the first step to become stronger, then I've got you covered with my amazing fitness guide for dummies that will assist you into making a better version of yourself, by building strength, losing fat, and shape you into an healthier individual overall, without the need of having a degree in rocket science in order to understand it and see results. You won't even need a gym since all the exercises are body weight. Check it out. But the bottom line is that boys who don't become strong have a linear, predictable fate. They end up not fighting their battles, and instead they resort to underhanded schemes and deception in order to attain what they seek. This is a sign of a weak, immature man that uses weapons that should be exclusive to naturally weaker individuals like women, so you can see why you can't define a man who lacks strength, a true man. And that's exactly the reason why in antiquity young boys were forced to undergo a rite of passage, a test of some sort if you will, usually handed by the elders of the community in order to get their strength and their will tested. But today there's nothing of the sort in society, so as men we must arm ourselves with whatever means available that builds strength and character. So, can you recognize yourself in some, or all of these masculine things / traits that a true man has? If not, how do you plan on improving yourself? Remember, a man cannot simply be, instead he must build himself in every aspect, so don't feel too down if you're not yet one, but instead work hard towards becoming a man you can be proud of. Let me know if I can help you with something, and tell me in the comments what you think of the article. Be sure to share it with friends and with who needs this. Take care.